Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Parker.
What makes us laugh? I was
Uh,
just watching a laugh compilation video of people laughing, like the funniest laughs. And I was just like, I was staring at the people, convulsing. And I was like, why does laughing make us you just sit there shaking and you just scream, kind
Here
of
we go.
whooping and
Laughter. This
shit?
is from the Laughter Wikipedia article. Laughter is a physical reaction in humans consisting usually of rhythmical, often audible contractions of the diaphragm and other parts of the respiratory system. It is a response to certain external or internal stimuli. Laughter can arise from such activities as being tickled or from humorous stories or thoughts. So,
It can be through experience through any of the senses, right? Pretty much. What is laughter for? Because people find different things funny at different times from different because of their experiences and shit, you know what I
I
mean?
think it's I think it's to show a sign of connection.
Is it like a social thing that
It
evolved?
is a way for us to signal another person that we wish to connect with them.
But here's the thing, if you're alone, I can make myself just situations are funny too. Like even if you're on a deserted island or something, you'd
Yeah.
be so it's like, what's it for? Is it a coping mechanism? Like, what's it deep wired? And why can't you stop it? There's no way to control a laugh almost. You gotta like, even if you think of something negative, then you're just gonna start laughing about the negative thing. And then you're gonna be laughing at yourself because you think you're crazy for laughing at the negative thing. It's a whole
Yeah.
brain process.
Well, here we go. This is from an article from 1999. We also know that laughter is a message that we send to other people. We know this because we rarely laugh when we are alone. We laugh to ourselves even less than we talk to ourselves, which I guess that's pretty true. But
Really? Dude, I make myself laugh constantly. Like I see stuff and it just like a joke forms in my head.
isn't it kind of contagious too? Why is yawning contagious? Let's wait. We believe laughter evolved from the panting behavior of our ancient primate ancestors. Because don't monkeys and stuff kind of laugh also? Like you saw that monkey with the magic trick. He started like and fell backwards.
Yeah, but what that's not I mean, what's it why laugh? I guess I'm asking like
Oh, here
why
we
have an
go.
anger emotion? But I mean,
Today,
you can
if we tickle chimps or gorillas, they don't laugh, ha ha ha, but exhibit a panting sound. That's the sound of ape laughter.
what's the study of humans? I think I'm just super interested in humans. Like why are we the way we are? You know? And that
Anthropology, yeah.
yeah, and that ties in with psychology
That's the
too, I
brain,
guess.
yeah. Bro, how many I was just thinking today because I kinda had, like, a fail. I don't really remember what I failed, but I remember I was like, "Oh, I failed." And we also been watching a lot of fail army videos, the fail compilations. How many fails do you think have happened to you that you, like, either just don't remember? Like, they haven't been recorded or anything, but, like, not major fails, obviously, but, like, how many fails do you think people would laugh at you for, like, yeah, if it got in one of those compilations, you know? Like, you get a chuckle out of?
I think most people that are just out there don't do things as stupid as the things. Some of those things are like, yeah, they're common, but I think a lot of I think people as a whole are just naturally. I know common sense isn't that common, but I think people as a whole, more people have like a general feel for their body and body weight,
Yeah,
and so like a lot of
aware.
these jumping over fences things. I think that's a not a minority. I think there's a large group of people that are uncoordinated and they're
Well,
just dumb to do stupid things. Like, why would you think that would work?
and
Like
it's
in
also
the
probably they got unlucky with it being recorded. Like, I've probably tripped over a fence like that before when I was younger or something, but it
but not
just
to that
wasn't.
effect. And if
Yeah,
you notice those videos, a lot of them are like in work zones
yeah.
or just kind of like random people on drugs or there's stupid things like some grandma tries to get on a hoverboard, you know?
Well, it's I like that quote. It's like I literally always use it. The worst speak the loudest. It's like, of course, the stupidest ones are gonna get recorded. Not stupidest, but like the biggest fails are gonna get recorded just because that's what's gonna invoke emotion from people, and so it's gonna go viral. You know?
I definitely have a couple, but I didn't. I was able to like you could calculate your risk, right? Kinda. So if you
Lay it
know
out.
you're not, I've had more walk away moments I think than fails because I realize it's gonna be a fail, so I just don't do it. But yeah, of course, everybody's tried to like jump something as a kid on their bike and they just go flying over the handlebars. I've had speed wobbles on a bicycle where you just fall down, you look
Yeah.
like an idiot, and yeah, I've
I've
had
had
a
a
ton.
scooter I've had a scooter, like, without the foam part, so just the bare metal handle go into my eyeball, scratch my fucking cornea or whatever.
I never like missed a catch or anything. It was always something like I was just
I mean,
going too
I've done
fast.
that.
It's mostly speed related things that for me, like I'd always fly off skateboards, running too fast down a hill.
When you were a kid, when you got hurt, would you, like, get up and cry?
No, I'd get up and walk around like teary-eyed, like freaked out, like, you know how you walk around panting? I'd
Yeah.
walk around with a sad face, like looking like holding the like my arm or something, looking for an adult. But I never cry unless it was obviously.
Bad, yeah.
But I was always in shock kind of. Like I remember stepping on a nail when I was like 12 and I
Ooh, there
just
goes
saw it
some.
come through my foot and I
Ooh.
just lifted my foot off of it and it didn't hurt right away. So I just walked over to my grandpa and I was like, "Hey, I stepped on a nail. What do we do?" And then like it just
Started
cuz
hurting.
it's not hurting for some
Yeah.
reason. And so I'm like, "Okay." And then it ended up the whole story, and I mean, I've done it a couple times, but I got I just in a different place, dude. Just taking up because that time we were taking apart a barn, and then the other time I think I was taking apart my pool with my dad. But I just got a tetanus shot for it, and that was that. And then the
Yeah.
next day you feel it, right? But I've never had an injury really that.
Were you ever been, like, sucked on by a leech or, like, clawed on by, like, a crawdad?
No, I have been bitten by stuff, but I usually throw like I bit like I told you, there'd be dogs roaming around,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I got bitten by a couple wild dogs.
Whenever I'd go to, like, petting zoos or anything like that, I would get bit by every single fucking animal. The chickens, the geese, the not the like, the swans or whatever, right? You're not supposed to pet those
Yeah,
shits.
you mentioned that.
Bro, I got bit by everything. And then my grandma's dog, but by my puppies, I've never been bit. But with, like, stings, what's the worst, like, sting you've ever gotten?
One time when I was really little, I got stung on the lip,
Oof.
for somehow, and I think I swallowed the bee.
What?
Yeah, I don't remember. It's I was like 5 or 6. If I asked my brother, I think he was there, but yeah.
Bro, you know those bench swings where, like, it's a bench, but it's like it's not chain, it's like the hard metal, and it's like the stationary to put on, like, porches or whatever.
I
I
think
was
so.
I was swinging on one of those, and I'd pull it away from the wall so I could go fucking super hard, and I was pumping, and I put my leg back, and I squished a wasp, and it stung me right in, like, the knee pit or the knee armpit or whatever, and my whole entire back of my leg was just, like, inflamed. But those things, they can sting you, like, multiple times because they don't die like bees after.
Yeah, the bees, they do like a samurai type, not a samurai.
Seppuku.
No, kamikaze type
Yeah.
bee sting,
Wasn't that
but
ki wasn't that like a big, plot line not plot line, but, like, factor in the Bee Movie? Isn't that like
I've never
you've
watched that.
never
I was just like,
you like jazz?
What?"
It's fucking Jerry Seinfeld. Benny.
I like that show though. Good
Did he
show.
ever I feel like he hosted America's Funniest Videos for some reason. No, I feel like
I
no,
don't
that was
know.
Bob Saget.
Full House was just that's like
I
9.
watched Full
I didn't.
House.
I never saw it. It was just like too early. I feel like I missed it because I mean,
Well, because that's what would be on Disney Night. Or was it Disney? Yeah, I think it was. It
stuff
was
I
either Nick or Disney.
but I just didn't get into that shit. Dude, I don't know. With the injuries and stuff, man, swinging on gates and all that stuff, like you said, I just be
Yeah,
doing it's the curiosity of the kid, man.
the curiosity of the
I wonder
kid.
if there's anything left to explore. We were watching
Isn't
a video on that. We did with the time lapse video of like all the places that had been explored since humans left what Sumeria or whatever
Ni
in like
Nairobi or
197,000 years
something.
ago, something like that.
But it was
But
like, what was the last place to be discovered?
which was what, Antarctica, right?
1821. So we discovered Uranus before Antarctica. Uranus. So I don't think there's any islands that we don't know about.
But what if they're there and people are just like, well, what am I going to use this for? Uninhabited,
Oh yeah, there's definitely uninhabited islands, but so explored?
untouched by humans.
No. I mean, it's that North Sentinel Island is what I'm getting. Um,
Which at some point, what do you think's gonna happen with that? How did they miss World War II? You see, they're just in a spot. At some point, if something like that happens, they had to have seen shit during World War II though.
well,
And World War,
where
well, not one, because it's where are they though?
yeah, that's what I'm
Indian Ocean,
India.
right?
Yeah, somewhere let's see, I'm looking at Google Maps. Oh, it's right by what the fuck is that? It's right to
So,
the right of India, to the left of Myanmar and Thailand.
huh, okay, so Indian Ocean. There was some Japanese stuff going on around. definitely Myanmar because that was Burma back in the day, right? So
Yeah.
Japan was there, and then you have the British and India. But yeah, nothing really war wise, I guess, in terms of fighting going on there because it was more over in the South, more in the Pacific out there. But there's gotta, unless there's like a war that touches them or something, I don't think that's why people haven't gone there. They're obviously hostile.
Well, I wonder if any of them are gonna be explorers. I wonder if something's gonna spark in some of the next generations, and they just start
I don't
exploring.
think so. I think, well, maybe if somebody wants to rebel, you're right, spark somehow. But I think their culture is like super guarded against. Maybe they know.
Well,
Maybe they've
I think
had
they
some
have to know
kind of.
because it
I don't think
said,
they understand like Wi-Fi and internet and everything. But I think they let maybe somebody go there secretively and they told, nah, there's no
it
way
says
because
documentary film crews, anthropologists, and researchers have visited the island in the 1960s and 70s, but not much else is known about the North Sentinel. I mean, it would be cool if there was like an explorer that comes out of there, and but imagine that culture shock. Like when all the explorers, like Columbus, they came over and it was at least something that they've kind of seen before, like
they're
how,
gonna get diseased up.
yeah, oh,
Well, maybe
geez.
not because we have like shots for everything, don't we? Now we have pretty much
But
a
I wonder if
medicine
his
for
body
everything.
would go into shock.
Maybe from the I don't know how you would do it. You'd probably have to, like, somehow wean
You'd have
them
to
into it.
quarantine him.
Well, we'd have to go there quarantine, and then so, like,
Well,
somebody would
unless we could get him, because well, we're not gonna. So if we're talking about like
just
a
taking one of them.
well, if we're talking about like a logical situation where like he goes or somebody goes out and explores and finds fucking wherever, unless somebody calls about it and goes, this is a fucking is a somebody that is, I don't know, just a wild person, and then we get to quarantine them. I think that
Dude,
something's
they're
wrong with them.
chilling on that island right as we speak right
That's
now.
weird to think about. Damn, because how it's like 12 hours ahead there or
Something
something?
like
I
that.
know China's 12 hours ahead.
Well, we're on an exploration hiatus as humans, I think, right? Well, no, the sea, the ocean. You can
Yeah,
always
we're
explore
trying
that
to
now, but
and the center of the earth kinda. We're trying to, 'cause hasn't there been two holes dug and, like, the
I don't
furthest has
know.
gotten down? Let me figure
Well,
that
I
out.
mean, I'm sure there's mountains that haven't been climbed and stuff like that yet, but what I mean is in terms of landmass, I think we found everything. The next frontier is what? Space, right? So,
Yeah.
it's the race to Mars, and then maybe in 1,000 years or whatever, if we survive, space travel will be as easy as not as easy, but as, like, doable as, like, getting a boat and sailing around to find new continents. Well,
Well
people will be able to do sponsored spacecraft, and they'll be able to bop around the universe, but the thing is it just takes so much it's not 3-month voyage, it's 6 year you know what I'm saying?
I wonder if there is ever gonna be, like, just space, like, kinda what happened with the US where everyone just started heading west and, putting up boundary lines and doing all that,
Yeah, of course, there's frontiers
It's
everywhere.
pioneer, yeah, so
So there's
but
gonna be new countries probably that rebel against like the American colonists on Mars, maybe what might be like, hey, frick you over there on Earth. We want to self-govern here on Mars, and boom, you got a revolution, you got space war, you got your own country now on Mars. You're Martians,
damn.
but it's humans.
Hey, look, this is the Kola Super Deep Borehole SG3. Retains the world record at 12,262 meters or 420 or 230 feet in 1989. So damn, that long ago?
Dude, you'd have to add Planet to UFC fighters if that happened or something like that. Because think about it. You know how they're like fighting out of like
Yeah.
Chicago, Illinois, United States, USA, right? So you got the state, the city state, and then you need like the planet.
Yeah, it'd be fighting out of like Zebulon 5, Elonville, Mars, some shit like that. Why, of course you go to UFC, of
I don't know,
course.
man, dude. Because that's just unless it's like a different college. But if it's like football players, like
So
Hinkle McCringleberry or some shit, the college when they go like BYU, they don't say the state, so it could just be a college on Mars. Who cares? But it's like that's gonna suck. At that point, you're probably gonna have your own leagues, though. It's probably gonna be split because it takes so
yeah.
long that it's probably gonna be like a whole
Well, and
different
also
culture.
all a different culture, different atmosphere. That's probably gonna be a new term. You can't live up there. It's a different atmosphere.
Well, if we survive 1,000, well, who knows what humans will evolve into too? I don't know how
Uh,
it takes like 10,000 or something to change something. But also, what if they find a way
we found a
to
way.
what's that?
We
What's
found a
that
way.
word? Not to not permafrost. What is it when you create oxygen? Terraform. You
Terraform? No,
terraform a planet.
terraform is for like, isn't terraforming like land?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Terraform. You terraform a planet, right? You oxygenize, atmospherize it, or whatever the fuck.
I I think terraforming is what is terraforming? The atmosphere, temperature, and surface topography or ecology of a planet, moon, or other body to be similar to the environment of Earth. Literally
Habitat.
Earth shaping.
Transform a planet so as to resemble the Earth, especially so that it can support human life.
Oxygenate. That's a weird word. I'm thinking about Bob Saget for some reason. Also, isn't it, how many quotes went viral? Not viral. I say that because like quotes haven't been around forever. But like, how many famous quotes are like cut off? Because like like curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
Yeah, a ton, I think.
Yeah.
But how many quotes are there? I don't know. There's a few, but there's some that people fuck up. Like I always screw up the. I remember the Caesar one, and then I forgot. I came, I saw, I conquered. It's like Vini Vidi Vici or
Oh
something.
yeah. Yeah. As a Vidi Vini or Vini Vidi? It's Vini Vidi Vici. Do you think like not interbreeding, but do you think mixing genes back like when we first evolved or whatever kind of was like unsafe? Well, yeah, because they probably were getting fucked up shit like and wouldn't be able to survive. They listen.
We need to
Google
read it.
listens. I said could a, and the first suggestion was a Neanderthal and a human mate. It is also possible that while interbreeding between Neanderthal males and human females could have produced fertile offspring, interbreeding between Neanderthal females and modern human males might not have produced fertile offspring. Oh, so Neanderthal mtDNA could not be passed down. So we would still just the humans would come out on top.
Yeah,
The
but you'd be
gene,
like half Neanderthal.
yeah, but then that one would, well, mitochondrial DNA. So it's the DNA located in the mitochondria. So that wouldn't be passed down from the Neanderthal.
It's not a version of a human,
Oh
right?
well, mtDNA is traces mother line ancestry. So of course the male wouldn't go through. So I think what is that called? What is that like tree line called or whatever? Oh, human origins? No, because that would just show me the. Well, yeah, I guess Homo. Yeah,
Wait,
we're Homo sapiens.
upright
Upright
man.
man, Neanderthal, Homo habilis, and then it gets into
So what was right before us?
let's see.
What does sapien mean?
Wise, wise.
Oh, wise man.
Yeah, old Latin word meaning wise, sapien.
So we have wise man plus several extinct species classified as either ancestral to or closely related to modern humans, depending on the species. Most notably, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalensis.
Neanderthals.
The genus emerged with the appearance of Homo habilis just over 2 million years ago. Homo, together with genus Paranthropus, is probably sister to Australopithecus africanus, which itself had previously split from the lineage of Pan the chimpanzees.
It might be Homo sapiens sapiens because I think it might go Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, Neanderthal man, Homo sapiens sapiens because I think the Neanderthal man was bigger and bulkier than the Homo sapiens, so we needed to get a nice mix between like the smarts and the lean or like the muscle, you know?
Oh, Homo habilis was handy, man. These Latin people. Why everything with the Latin? There's got to be. It's dude. It went extinct itself, but we're still naming science after it, man. You're confusing
How do
everybody.
you go extinct itself?
It's just a dead language.
Oh,
But is it though? Because we speaking it right now.
yeah. Let's
But
go learn Latin.
yeah, let's go learn Latin really quick. How do we say? Wait, look
Vini
up how to
vidi
look. Up,
vici.
no, look how to
Oh,
say. How do you?
bye in Latin. Vale.
What does that mean?
Bye.
Pax. Whoa.
Vale.
Like Pax Romana, the peacetime.
Oh
So look
yeah.
up deuces and just it's gonna give you 2 probably.
Deuces in Latin. It's deuces is Latin.
Pax.
Vale.